Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
It's a first alert weather day here in the valley as storms have popped up throughout the evening. We're getting reports of a transformer being struck by lightning in Wimbledon, North Dakota. Power is out there. And this video shared with us of a tornado near Ashley in south central North Dakota. We're told there were no reports of injuries, but the McIntosh County Sheriff says buildings were destroyed on several farms. Sheriff Spitzer adds that damage may have been caused by straight line winds, if not the tornado. Let's go right away to First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Hutch Johnson for the very latest on the active weather day.
Today is a Valley News Live Weather Alert Day.
Thanks so much, Beth. We're going to start with our tower cam here at the Lutheran Family Ford location, as we're looking off to the west. Thunderstorms approaching the FM area. Darkening skies, vivid and frequent lightning making its way in. And the main threat now as we head into the evening, gusty straight line winds. Let's get right to the radar for the latest. First and foremost, we see a line of storms from the northern valley stretching through the Crookston area, heading into Fargo and into southeast North Dakota. Devil's Lake seeing some activity. When we scan for hail size, we see very few of these storms producing any hail, where you see the purple blips here, some little hail from these cells. So that potential has wound down. With leading edge gust fronts or gusty thunderstorms, sometimes we can get little brief spin-ups. We call those gustnados, just for a fancy meteorological term. And we've seen evidence of a few of those tonight, one of them in the Hillsboro area. Now, right now, Crookston, you got thunderstorms moving through, very gusty winds. This backwards C shape to the radar signature indicates very gusty straight line winds from the west in excess of 70 miles per hour possible with those storms. They are severe. Look what's approaching the FM area. This is what we were just looking at on the Skycam. Frequent lightning making its way into the area. And as we take a gander, these storms, as the crow flies now, moving into the central part of Fargo in 10 miles. So they'll be here within the next 10 minutes in Horace. So they're heading your way. Flooding rain potential up in Kitson County, where these pink spots you see here are estimates of over 5.5 inches of rain. These storms are moving into Minnesota, and we have more heading our way during the overnight hours. I'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect. It does look like the main threat is going to be gusty straight-line winds and damaging winds at that. Beth?
All right, thanks so much, Hutch. Well, a video has gone viral on social media after a West Fargo man posted about his encounter with the West Fargo Police Department. The department says they were called to Menards on a report of a disturbance created by the man. The video shared yesterday shows an encounter with the man and 3 West Fargo officers. The man said he has a concealed carry permit and had a weapon on him. West Fargo police released a statement about the video saying they are aware of it and are conducting an internal investigation, but there has not been a direct complaint against any officer in the department. We are still working to gather more information on the events surrounding this incident. And an investigation is underway after a fire destroyed a church in Battle Lake, Minnesota Saturday night. Fire crews were called to Bethel Lutheran Church around 6 p.m. When they got there, the church was fully engulfed in flames. Crews say the structure collapsed before they could put the fire out. State fire marshals are investigating the cause and damages. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly spoke to the pastor of the church, now dealing with picking up the pieces.
Church members of Bethel Lutheran Church came together Sunday morning, but their first service since the coronavirus pandemic was held in the parking lot after a fire Saturday destroyed the building.
We all know a building is not as important as people. Nobody were hurt, nobody died. We're thankful for that, of course, but it's still a big deal to see a place where you were baptized or married or confirmed or a loved one was buried, to see it go up in flames.
It's the history of the church, established in 1876, that has both members and former members reflecting on what the church means to them. One family coming all the way from South Dakota to pay their respects.
Up in this church, I was confirmed, I was baptized and confirmed, went to Sunday school till I was in the 12th grade. It started my whole Christian ministry.
Bethel Lutheran Church embodies these memories.
My mom was the organist here for years and years, And I went around to the backside and looked at where she would have been sitting, and she has now passed away. But think about all the years that she ministered in music.
Schubert's trip became more than reminiscing when her family came across this picture of her mother, still intact, a token she can take with her.
There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of friendships that have been built through this church.
The memories remain, and many say it's just a new start for the church.
We made a pledge that we'd rebuild and that we wouldn't let this stop us.
In Battle Lake, Minnesota, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Pastor Hilden says that they aren't sure what the new plans for the church are yet or when it will be built, but he is looking forward to the future of their church. Well, the state of Minnesota says another 16 people have died with the coronavirus, bringing the state's death toll to 1,186. The state says there are 388 new positive cases. Nearly 23,000 people no longer need isolation, bringing the active case count to 3,708. 450 Minnesotans are in the hospital. 199 of those are in the ICU. In North Dakota, there are 45 new reported positive cases. 31 of those are from Cass County. Over 2,300 people are listed as recovered in the state, and the active case count is now at 483. There were no new deaths reported today. Deaths linked to the virus in the state remain at 71. And a Fargo woman and police are asking for your help. They are trying to find the person involved in this hit and run. It happened early yesterday morning at 732 2nd Street North. Authorities say the vehicle slammed into the back of this parked Mustang and pushed it into a parked truck, causing damage to both vehicles. If you have any information about this, contact local law enforcement. And members of the Minneapolis City Council announced Sunday during a rally they are planning to disband the city's police department. Council members said they will invest in community-led safety initiatives instead of the police department. The announcement comes after various entities such as the University of Minnesota, Minneapolis Public Schools, and others decided to end or limit their relationship with the police department following the death of George Floyd in police custody.
Our commitment is to end our city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department, to end policing as we know it, and to recreate systems of public safety that actually keep us safe.
9 of the 12 council members are said to be on board with the proposal, which represents a veto-proof majority. In a statement, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey says he does not support abolishing the city's police department. Frey pledges instead to work relentlessly with the police chief and the community toward deep structural reform to address systemic racism in police culture.